Hi, I'm Jay Monty with TruFan Boxing. I'm joined here with my colleague Sean Sullivan of Boxing Digest. Brought to you by Sultan & Kings. Sean, we're here at the Martinez-Dzinziruk press conference. There's a great fight on the undercard. Andy Lee's fighting.
He's fighting Craig McEwan, and the winner just might face the winner of the main event.
Well, we got a chance to hook up with Andy Lee, and this is what he had to say. There was talk about you fighting Sergio Martinez, then John Duddy. He abruptly retired. Now it's Craig McEwan. What do you know about it? I heard he's a friend of yours, is he?
Yeah, we know each other. We go back a little ways. We fought in 2005, really. In my last year as an amateur, we fought. And we're friendly outside the ring, you know. And we've met each other since then at the fights and at different things. And always been courteous towards each other. But now we have to fight each other, and it's unfortunate that we do. But, you know, this is the game we're in, and we both understand that. So there'll be nothing. We won't hold back in the fight.
What does this mean to you to get that title shot with Martinez? I mean, first they dangled him in front of you, and then now you have the fight to prove yourself. How do you look at that?
This is, you know, if I win the fight, it only solidifies my position as a legitimate contender.
Right.
If I look very impressive, then there'll be no way they can deny me a title fight. So that's what I intend to do.
Well, how did that all go down? So you were presumed you had a title shot in line, and then all of a sudden you got a call saying that the fight's off. How did that go about?
Well, it all goes back to December, really. I was due to fight on Klitschko's undercard in Germany against a Polish fighter, and Emmanuel said, you know, I've had a couple of calls about you fighting Martinez, and I was like, this is brilliant, you know. Let's make it happen. And then the next day, the fight in Germany got cancelled. So I was like, oh, well, at least I got this thing in the back burner. You know, if this comes off, it'll be worth it. So I went back to Ireland over Christmas, and I was training the whole time. And Emmanuel called and said, now we've got the fight with Martinez, it's on. You know, HBO have approved you, and everything's going. So I was delighted. A few days later, the fight's off. Well, to be honest, I was the front runner, but it was between me and Dzinziruk to have the fight with him. And then the next thing, they decided to go with him. And then that fight was off. And then the next day, they called me and said, well, you might fight Peter Manfredo on the undercard. And I said, fine, let's do whatever, you know, let's get me a fight at this stage. I didn't know what way it was going to happen. And then eventually they asked me would I fight Craig McEwan, and I said I definitely would.
Now, not to dwell on the past, but your fight that you lost with Brian Vera, how do you feel physically, mentally, and spiritually now as opposed to you did that back then during that fight?
There's two different people, really, to the fighter that fought him back then to the fighter I am today. And I'm a different person as well. I've matured outside and inside the ring a lot. I've matured physically, mentally, and my boxing style has slightly changed. I'm not just a brash young kid going in there looking to blaze off on the guy and run on the gas, which is what happened. But he's done well. He's fought and he's earned his stripes. He's proven how tough he is, but he's a lot better than people give him credit for. And if I win this fight, if the title fight's not there for me, then I would like to fight Brian Vera. But if not, if I become champion, I would love to give him give him a title shot, because he deserves it. He's a hard man, tough warrior, and fights with a lot of courage, and I respect him.
Kind of reminds me of the Joe Louis-Max Schmeling situation, where he had lost the fight to Schmeling, and then he won the title, and then he said, I'm not going to consider myself champion until I beat the guy that beat me.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what
you're saying. Maybe we'll do it in Yankee Stadium.
Hey, that would be great.
Well, Andy Lee's opponent is Craig McEwan. Sean, what do you know about him?
He's 19-0. He's Scottish. He's a brawler, just like Andy.
Well, he had a couple of words to say to me about Scottish fighters and his opponent, Andy Lee. Everyone's talking about Lee fighting for the title and this and that, and here you get given the opportunity to fight him. How do you feel about that?
Well, it's just up to me to upset that, you know, and not come in and get in the mix and stop him from fighting, and hopefully I take his place, you know. But we go back a long way, me and Andy, so, you know, we just have to go in there and give it our all. I think we will. You know, we won't leave anything to chance. I definitely won't anyway. And we just take it from there. I'm sure all the talk about him fighting for a title, you know, it just G's me up a little bit, you know, but that's what's a fighter in us, you know. We'll see. If he beats me, then he's definitely capable of winning the title.
Craig, you're training in the wild card for this fight right now?
Yes, and I'm going to be sparring on Monday with Dzinziruk.
Oh, okay.
Dzinziruk, I couldn't pronounce his name here, can I? So I'll be starting sparring him, and you can't get any better than sparring him. If he's fighting for the world title,
Wow.
he's going to be given a big effort, and you can't get any better and closer into Andy Lee's style as well. Southpaw, tall, he's got a great jab, so I think I'll be well prepared. But we just have to go in there March 12th and give him all.
Well, Sean, about the main event, Sergiy Martinez against Sergiy Dzinziruk, and what do you think about this fight?
Sergiy Dzinziruk?
Dzinziruk.
Well, he's undefeated, 37-0. He's the junior middleweight champion, facing Sergio, the middleweight champion, belt or no belt. Which, by the way, this fight is going to be sanctioned by the WBC for something they call the diamond belt. It just has a lot of diamonds on it.
Right.
So, that's all there is.
It's interesting. Both have similar styles, and I caught up with the opponent of Martinez, and here's what he had to say about Sergio Martinez. A lot of the critics are saying out there that even though he's a middleweight champion, he's given a little bit in weight, yet he's a classic fighter. He's a lefty like Martinez, and some give him very good chance to beat him. How did he get this chance at the title, and how long has he known about Martinez?
Well, reporters said what they had to say, but they forgot that I'm a 154-pound world champion, and I'm fighting a 160-pound world champion, and that's why it's going to be a great fight. And neither the fight, all the critics will be surprised.
But I was wondering, Sergey, did you have the intention of moving up to middleweight, or was it this opportunity that made you move up in weight?
Нет, дело в том, что когда я разговаривал с своими промоутерами, at the beginning when we were talking with my promoters, they mentioned that if there is an opportunity to move up to fight one of the great fighters, then he's willing and he's ready, and that's exactly what happened.
Both you and Martinez are southpaws. How do you feel that your style matches up with his style?
Это наоборот интересно, когда встречается. That he's not surprised, or he's not. I mean, he had a great experience with the left-handers, and I'm sure if you guys watch some of the fights, he had a lot of lefties he beat, and he's got a very good surprise for Sergio Martinez on the night of the fight.
You saw Martinez's last fight with Paul Williams. Did you notice any flaws in his performance?
I've been following Martinez for a long time, but Ned and I have the opportunity to fight him. I watched the fight very close, but there was just a one shot, one punch. If the fight went 12 rounds, we don't know who was going to win, but he's all excited and ready for this event.
Well, Sean, a lot of respect on Dzinziruk's part. And I give him a hell of a shot in this fight. A little bit less power, but how do you feel about his opponent Martinez?
Well, Martinez is the number 3 pound-for-pound fighter in the world right now, give or take 1 or 2. You have Mayweather and Pacquiao, but there's a real strong argument that this guy could move up. Well, Mayweather's getting out of the game, maybe. Pacquiao, who knows? But we're dealing with one of the best fighters in the world.
Well, we caught up with Martinez, right, Sean? And, he has a lot of respect for his opponent as well. What does this fight mean? How did this fight come about? And why the best in the junior middleweights?
This is the best fight that you can offer this year. It's the best super welter, and I'm the best middleweight. Good match.
Eso solo puede hacer una gran pelea.
The only thing at the end will be a great match, a great fight.
Well, I wanted to ask you, both of you have southpaw, have very similar styles. Does he see himself a little bit in the mirror, or maybe a younger version of himself in his opponent?
¿Cómo te ves? ¿Son zurdos? ¿Sos el más joven?
Yo el más joven, no, él es más joven que yo.
No, Dzinziruk is younger than him.
Yes, but he has more power and experience.
Tú tienes más experiencia y más poder.
Sí, espero y estoy seguro que lo voy a hacer valer el día 12 de marzo.
I guarantee you that the value will see it in March 12. Who is the most powerful one?
Una pelea difícil y muy pareja.
It's a very tough fight, very equal fight, but I will come victorious.
Sergio, have you watched past performances of Dzinziruk? And if so, what were your impressions?
Que es un boxeador inteligente
He's very intelligent fighter.
y que piensa mucho cada movimiento que hace.
And everything he do, thinking. He doesn't do it for nothing. Always thinking at what is the next move for him.
Tiene mucha experiencia en Europa, por eso lo conozco.
We have a lot of experience in Europe, and he know him very well because he was in Europe too.
Samson, can you talk about the negotiations with HBO and how they sort of had their input with fighting Dzinziruk?
Well, with HBO, it was very tough because HBO, it won the best. And the only thing in common between, but there's many things in common, but the most common thing between HBO and Sergio Martinez is that he want to fight the best. And HBO won the best, and the best it was definitely by far Dzinziruk and nobody else in this moment. Now the Cottos, the Mayweathers, the Pacquiao, it's all fantasies that it doesn't happen. But today, what happened, it was Dzinziruk, and he's the best qualified to face Martinez. And I agree with HBO. I was not thrilled to find out that he need to fight the best junior middleweight, but hey, the champion decided that he wanted to fight the best, and he took the best.
Well, guys, good luck on March 12th. We're looking forward to seeing a great fight between you two warriors. Thank you.
Iba a hacer una pregunta, pero no me dejaron.
He want to ask you questions. But
Yes.
you didn't allow him.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Samson, ¿qué espera para el 2011 para Sergio Martínez?
He asked me what I'm waiting for 2011 for Sergio Martinez, and I say the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, Sergio Martinez.
Oh, you're definitely up there. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, see. Well, that's it from the press conference here. March 12th is the fight. Hope you guys enjoy it. Be there in the square. Take care.